Today we'll start with the third problem on the spur gear. Here we have the question. Two gear will mesh externally and are to give a velocity ratio of 3. The teeth are of involute form of module 6 mm and standard addendum 1 module. Pressure angle 18 degree. Pinion rotates at 90 rpm. Find number 1 number of teeth on each wheel so that interference is just avoided. Next, length of path of contact. Next, we have to find length of arc of contact. Next, maximum velocity of sliding between the teeth. Next, number of pairs of teeth in contact. So this is the given question. So here we have different parameters to be identified. So let us see what are the given data first. So here the given data is velocity ratio G is equal to 3, module is 6 mm, so 6 mm, pressure angle is given as 18 degree. Addendum is defined in terms of module. Addendum is one module. So addendum is equal to 1 into module we need to do. So 1 into m. So 1 into 6, module is 6. So addendum is equal to 6 mm. Next, through this data we can write addendum constant. We can find the addendum constant. We know that addendum constant is the ratio of addendum to the module, that is addendum divided by module is the addendum constant. So 6 divided by 6 will give us addendum constant as 1. Next, the speed of the pinion is given as 90 rpm. So small n1 is equal to 90 rpm. So these are the given data. The first data to be found is minimum number of teeth on pinion and gear required to avoid the interference. The equation for finding the minimum number of teeth on the gear to avoid the interference we have here. This is the equation. This we have already derived. Capital T is equal to 2 into addendum constant, and here we have this. So the parameters in this equation are addendum constant, gear ratio, pressure angle. If we know these three parameters, then we can find the number of teeth, minimum number of teeth required on the gear to avoid the interference. So we know all those parameters. So directly we'll substitute those in the above equation. So addendum constant is 1. So we'll substitute it as 1. Gear ratio is 3, so we'll substitute here as 3. Pressure angle phi is 18 degree, so we'll substitute pi as 18 degree. After substituting all the parameters, we get number of teeth, minimum number of teeth required on the gear to avoid the interference as 54.83. So if we consider this value as 55, when G is equal to 3 gear ratio and number of teeth on the gear is 55, then we get the number of teeth on the pinion as 18.33, because we know that G is equal to capital T by small t. So here we get a fraction value of T, so which is not suggestible. Therefore, by trial and error method, keeping G value as 3, increasing the value of number of teeth of the gear to 57, we get number of teeth on the pinion as 19. So this is suitable value. So we'll consider now gear ratio 3, number of teeth on the gear as 57 and number of teeth on the pinion as 19. The next bit in the question is finding the length of path of contact. So we have the equation length of path of contact is equal to length of path of approach plus length of path of recess. The length of path of approach is given by this equation. This we have already known. And length of path of recess is given by this equation. So here the parameters are RA and R we need to find. And here also in the length of path of recess we have to find these two parameters. The angle phi is known for us. To find these two parameters, here we have pitch circle radius of the gear, capital R is equal to m into t divided by 2. Substituting the values, we know module is 6, number of teeth on the gear is 57. We get pitch circle radius for the gear as 171 mm. Similarly, pitch circle radius of pinion, small r represented by small r, that is module into number of teeth on the pinion divided by 2. So 6 into 19 divided by 2, it will give us 57 mm. That is the pitch circle radius of pinion. R is 57 mm. Next, addendum circle radius on the gear RA is equal to R plus addendum. So addendum value is 6 mm. So 171 plus 6, 177 mm. Similarly, addendum circle radius for the pinion is pitch circle radius of pinion plus addendum, so which results in 63 mm. Substituting these values in the above equation, length of path of approach and length of path of recess, we get length of path of approach as 17.01 mm and length of path of recess as 14.48 millimeter. Adding these two values, we will get length of path of contact. So length of path of contact, we will get it as 31.49 millimeter. Next, third bit in the question is length of arc of contact. So we know that length of arc of contact is ratio of length of path of contact divided by cos phi. So here we have length of path of contact as 31.49 mm divided by cos phi. Phi is 18 degree. So that will result in length of arc of contact as 33.11 millimeter. The fourth bit in the question is finding maximum velocity of sliding between the teeth. To find the maximum velocity of sliding between the teeth, we should know the angular speed of pinion and gear, that is omega 1 and omega 2. To know this omega 1 and omega 2 relation with number of teeth on the gear and pinion is given by this relation. Omega 1 by omega 2 is equal to capital T by small t, that is number of teeth on the gear to the number of teeth on the pinion. So here we know these two values, that is teeth on the pinion and gear. We have to find omega 1 or omega 2. So here we have the omega 1 2 pi n by 60. Since n1 value is given in the question, we are finding the omega 1 value. So 2 pi n, the speed of the pinion is given as 90 rpm. Hence we get omega 1 as 9.42 radian per second. So coming to this equation, then here we know now omega 1, capital T and small t. The only unknown is omega 2, so that we can find out by substituting the values. So capital T is 57, small t is 19, omega 1 is 9.42. So here we have omega 2 as 3.14 radian per second. Therefore, maximum velocity of sliding is sum of angular speed of the pinion and wheel into, here we have to take the maximum value between the length of path of approach and length of path of recess. Whichever is the maximum value, that value we have to multiply. And in this problem, if you see, the value of length of path of approach is 17.01 and length of path of recess is less than this, that is 14 point something. So we consider length of path of approach as a maximum value and will multiply the maximum value. So by adding angular speeds multiplying with the maximum value between length of path of approach and length of path of recess, in this problem length of path of approach is the maximum value. By multiplying this value we get maximum velocity of sliding as 213.64 millimeter per second. Next bit in the question is number of pairs of teeth in contact, which is equal to length of arc of contact divided by circular pitch, which is given by pi into m. Length of arc of contact is 33.11 divided by pi into modulus 6, we get 1.76. That is, this means that alternatively one pair and two pair of teeth are in contact, and on time basis the average is 1.76. So this is the solution for the given problem. Now we will start with the problem number 4 on the spur gear. Here we have the question. The following are particulars of a pair of spur gears. Number of teeth on pinion is 19. Number of teeth on gear is 47. Pressure angle is 20 degree. Module is 6.5 mm. Addendum is 6.5 mm. Determine, first one, number of pairs of teeth in contact. Second one, angle turned through by pinion and gear when one pair of teeth is in contact. Third one, ratio of velocity of sliding to rolling velocity at the instant the engagement begins, the engagement terminates, and at pitch point. So these are the three parameters what they have asked. Here number of pairs of teeth in contact, this we have come across in the previous problem. The next parameter what they have asked is angle turned through by pinion and gear when one pair of teeth is in contact. So we know that alternatively usually there will be one and two pairs are in contact. They have asked when one pair of teeth is in contact, what is the angle turned by the pinion and gear. This we have to find. And in the next parameter they have asked value of ratio of velocity of sliding to the rolling velocity. So these two ratio of these two parameters we have to find. That is ratio of velocity of sliding to the rolling velocity at three different instances. At the beginning of the engagement begins means at the time of path of approach. The engagement terminates means when the path of recess is there, and at the pitch point. At these three instances we have to find ratio of velocity of sliding to rolling velocity. So this is the given problem what we have. So let us start with the given data. Given number of teeth on the pinion 19, number of teeth on the gear 47, the pressure angle 20 degree, module is 6.5 mm, addendum is 6.5 mm. Therefore we can say the addendum constant AW as 1, because it is the ratio of addendum to the module. So since both values are same, so this addendum constant is 1. Start with the first parameter, number of pairs of teeth in contact. We know that number of pairs of teeth in contact is equal to length of arc of contact divided by the circular pitch. To find the length of arc of contact, length of arc of contact is equal to length of path of contact divided by cos phi. And we know that length of path of contact is equal to sum of path of approach plus path of recess. So we have to find these two parameters first, path of approach and path of recess. To find path of approach, we know this equation. To find path of approach, so we have to find these two parameters first, that is pitch circle radius of the gear and addendum circle of the radius of the gear. So we have R is equal to mt by 2. Substituting the values, we get capital R as 152.75 mm, and radius of addendum circle of the gear RA is pitch circle radius plus addendum, so we get this as 159.25 millimeter. Therefore path of approach is equal to, substituting values in this equation, phi as a 20 degree pressure angle, substituting these values, value of R and value of RA in the above equation, we get path of approach as 16.73 millimeter. So this is the length of path of approach. Next we have path of recess. So this is the equation we know for path of recess, where R is the pitch circle radius of the pinion, RA is the addendum circle radius of the pinion. So pitch circle radius of the pinion is equal to mt by 2, that is number of teeth on the pinion. So it is, pitch circle radius value for the pinion is 61.75 mm, and addendum circle radius for the pinion is obtained as 68.25 mm through this equation, that is pitch circle radius of the pinion plus addendum. So here we have the value 68.25 mm. Therefore path of recess, substituting these two values, R value and RA value in the above equation, and phi as 20 degree, we get path of recess as 14.81 millimeter. Therefore we can write length of path of contact is equal to path of approach value, here we have 16.73 mm, plus path of recess value 14.81. So length of path of contact we have 31.54 millimeter. Therefore we can find length of arc of contact is equal to length of path of contact divided by cos phi. So it is 31.54 divided by cos 20, and here we have value of length of arc of contact as 33.566 millimeter. With the help of this, we can find now number of pairs of teeth in contact, which is given by length of arc of contact divided by circular pitch, that is pi into m. So length of arc of contact we have 33.566 divided by pi into 6.5 as the value of the module. So here we get 1.644. That means alternatively one pair and two pairs of teeth are in contact, and on time basis average is 1.644. The second bit in the question is finding angle turned through by pinion and gear when one pair of teeth is in contact. So let us first find angle turned by the gear when one pair of teeth is in contact is given by length of arc of contact divided by 2 pi into pitch circle radius of the gear. Since we are finding it for the gear, here we will get pitch circle radius of the gear into 360 degree. So length of arc of contact we have 33.566 divided by 2 pi, and pitch circle radius of the gear as 152.75 into 360 degree, we get 12.59 degree is the angle turned by the gear when one pair of teeth is in contact. Next we have angle turned by pinion when one pair of teeth is in contact, which is equal to length of arc of contact divided by 2 pi into pitch circle radius of the pinion, small r, so into 360 degree. So length of arc of contact we have 33.566 divided by 2 pi into pitch circle radius of the pinion as 61.75 into 360 degree, and here we get it as 31.45145 degree. That means pinion is turned through an angle of 31.145 degree when one pair of teeth is in contact. Next, coming to the third bit of the question, finding the ratio of velocity of sliding to the rolling velocity at 3 different instances. The first instant is at the time of beginning of engagement. So sliding velocity at the instant engagement begins divided by rolling velocity is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into path of approach. As it is beginning of the engagement, here it comes as a path of approach divided by omega 1 into r. Here one thing we should know, rolling velocity is equal to omega 1 into r is equal to omega 2 into r. This is angular velocity of the pinion into pitch circle radius of the pinion is equal to angular velocity of the gear into pitch circle radius of the gear. Therefore we can write omega 2 is equal to omega 1 into r divided by r, that is omega 1 into r divided by r we can write as omega 2. Substituting this parameter in the above equation, here we have omega 1 plus omega 2 is replaced with omega 1 into r divided by r into path of approach divided by omega 1 into r. Taking omega 1 as a common factor here, taking it outside, here we have omega 1 into omega 1 is taken outside, so 1 plus omega 1 is already taken, so here we have value of small r as 61.75 divided by capital R is 152.75 into path of approach as 16.73 divided by omega 1 into value of small r as 61.75. These two parameters will get cancelled, and by calculating this remaining parameter we get it as 0.38. This is the ratio of sliding velocity at the instant engagement begins to the rolling velocity. This ratio value is 0.38. The next instant is at the pitch point. So sliding velocity at the pitch point to the rolling velocity is equal to, we write sliding velocity at the pitch point is 0 because the velocity at the pitch point will be 0. So divided by omega 1 into r. So 0 divided by any value, we will get it as 0. Next, at the third instant, at the instant when the engagement terminates, that is at the path of recess. So sliding velocity at the instant engagement terminates to the rolling velocity is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into path of recess, because this is engagement terminates, that is why path of recess divided by omega 1 into r. Again omega 2 is replaced with omega 1 into r divided by r. This we have seen previously, into path of recess divided by omega 1 into r. Taking omega 1 as a common factor outside, so here we left with 1 plus omega 1 is already taken, so we left with r divided by r. So 61.75 divided by 152.75 into path of recess is 14.81 divided by omega 1 into pitch circle radius of the pinion as 61.75. So again these two parameters will get cancelled, and when we calculate the remaining parameters, this will come as 0.3368. So this is the ratio of sliding velocity at the instant engagement terminates to the rolling velocity is 0.3368. So this is the solution for the given problem.